Brosplay.
Gonna find some money!
Exactly.
Money!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm still sick. Isn't that fun? Isn't that awesome? All this can be yours. Want to be a YouTube sensation?
You wanna be sick? You just gotta get that sexy voice.
I guess that is kind of like a lot of the voices that I want to do, like the really low ones, are a lot easier.
Definitely.
Like
well, for
the one
dudes
I've been
in general.
Yeah. Like I can't really do like I can kind of do a high voice, but as that one I've been doing for Mona, like, ooh, ladies and gentlemen, I can do it just as well.
Unaffected.
Yeah, I actually for a bit there hurt my jaw doing that voice because the face I do when I do that voice is the stupidest.
That's one thing I find very interesting about voice acting is that there's a lot of actual acting that's not necessary that just goes on because it helps people visualize.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you're coughing to get in that sexy voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all a show for the people.
You gotta practice. You gotta get up there. You gotta get into your headspace.
You gotta practice your sexy voice. Oh, that was disappointing. I think you gotta get Mr.Head down here.
Mr.Head!
One thing I was thinking about just discussing voice actors with a friend of mine, it's kind of weird when you think about it that any child that's ever played in an animated movie was played by an adult. Virtually.
Probably most. Oops.
That was weird.
Yep. I took my hand off the left stick.
Yeah, most of the time, at least 90 plus % of the time, you have an adult playing them because kids are just too unpredictable.
Yeah. They can, well, one, as they grow up, their voices change, so that's a problem, and you need consistency with characters. And two, kids are assholes.
Well, yeah, they're just harder to control. I mean, I don't mean control. They're harder to just work with. That was a great jump. Having a great day here.
I'm sick.
It was me. It was my controller broke.
Yeah.
This bomb is really OP, by the way.
I don't know why I'm using Cascade. It's really not point.
No, you should. It's so impressive.
I really like...
What? That's why you use Cascade.
Oh. With its ultra cleaning formula, Cascade powder not only cleans your dishes, it destroys them.
I actually had a theory about that. I thought, why not just have dishes which are made out of a material that's really easy to differentiate from food, and then you just melt down all of your dishes at the end of a meal, and then just reform them into new dishes.
Or make it so that they're made of food. Eat your dishes, or alternatively, flush them down the toilet. No, wait, down the sink.
Wait. Okay.
I'm sick.
I followed you there. Yeah, that actually could work. Making all of your like plates edible. So, you know, you just make like everything with like a bread bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
And make like pasta bowls and stuff too. Like weave the pasta together before you cook it.
Yeah. Fucking God.
Or I guess after you cook it.
This is what you want the Cascade for. For this piece of shit. This fucking
the anchor. The anchor is such a deadly attack.
Well, no, he's got a shield, and you can't, like, you gotta hit him a few times to knock him back. But the fire immediately does damage to him because it hits him from behind.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the Plague Knight basic is surprisingly restricted without his float or any of his powders.
Oh yeah.
But I like it because it's not like Shovel Knight where you could just miss like a wing and therefore a relic, and then you just don't get that relic.
Yeah. This is kind of like a behind-the-scenes thing, but I guess I'll just do it on the show. When I'm coughing and you're talking and there's no conversation on my part, don't just keep going. I'll just edit that part out.
Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. That is actually the one beautiful thing about being separated. It is easier to separate audio files when you're a couple hundred miles away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a lot easier than balancing in one room. Although, we've had less success balancing in one room.
We have, yep. What is the point of that?
That platform?
Yeah.
I think it's I think it was there maybe for Shovel Knight. No.
I think it's for this.
Oh. Whoa.
Isn't that
Good
neat?
catch. I did not see that at all. There's a secret there, though. Gonna be... Huh. Yeah, that was a really good catch. That's why I like the fishing secrets, because they're subtle. They'll appear in a map like this, but they won't necessarily appear in a blue background.
A blue background?
Well, there was a waterfall.
Oh.
See, here you're inside a cave, so it's really obvious as a fishing spot.
Yeah, okay, I see.
I see what you mean. Oh my god, it's so amazing. We're always fawning over the games we play. I love how they did this.
Yeah, one day we'll play a game we don't like.
I think that would be fun too. I was we were watching Sharknado 3 yesterday, like just the shark scenes.
Right.
Because I was definitely not interested in watching the actual movie.
Yeah.
And there's this one scene where a shark is generating momentum by using a loop-de-loop so that it can get to the top of like a roller coaster to grab somebody.
Like sharks do?
Like sharks do, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this other scene where Frankie Muniz is like, you know, the
Wait a
classic
minute.
scene. Yeah.
Muniz is in this movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have to watch it now.
Best believe it.
He's one of my favorite, I guess he's not retired anymore.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess you could still consider him retired. He's crawling towards like I guess, you know, like a button of some sort, and he loses an arm and a leg to these sharks, which by the way are flying through the air, biting him and then flying away, but he's unaffected by the wind, which is my favorite part of the whole movie.
I love it.
And then he's crawling closer and closer, and as he gets closer, he keeps losing limbs to the sharks. So eventually he, like, reaching for the button, pauses for a second, the last arm gets taken, so he's, like, shuffling on his torso, trying to hit it with his chin.
That's phenomenal.
Oh, it was beautiful.
That was 3, you said?
Yes.
Okay, he probably just saw the first 2 and realized that looks like a lot of fun to make.
I think the actual movie itself would have been a lot of fun to make, and it was like there was some decent filming, but the CGI was just so chintzy because of the budget.
Yeah, I imagine.
So it was, I mean, you can imagine sharks. Pretty much the premise was there was a tornado over a lake, and it was just grabbing these sharks and just hurling them at the city. Which is pretty funny, I'll admit. It's a good idea, but just not done, you know.
It's certainly an interesting concept.
Not really. Well, it wasn't really done to be a blockbuster movie. It was done to make some money, and that's what it did. So.
Yeah, pretty well, if I recall correctly.
Well, there's 3 of them, so I imagine between the 3 of them, they probably made a little bit of money.
Yeah, I think they're just looking for the cult classic thing, which is fine, as long as you know what you're doing.
Well, it's true. They've kind of found a meta in bad movies.
Oh, I'm holding back a sneeze. I wasn't just,
Ignoring me?
yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I actually guess Scary Movie was...
What?
That was pretty
What
tough.
happened?
He just hurled you.
I closed my eyes and opened them and I was dead.
Oh, that's why you can't close your eyes, brother. You gotta resist the urge.
Keep your eyes open when you sneeze.
Exactly.
Let that hurricane wind speed come out your eye sockets.
Let the devil right in.
Let the devil run in. I feel like that would be like a jazz sung by a jazz musician.
Yeah, in a biker bar.
Or yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Or a
could see
regular
it.
bar.
No.
I mean,
no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Never.
Oh, interesting.
No, definitely could be, but I just feel like that's got the right aesthetic, you know? A bar somewhere in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Nice
I
wood
never-
veneer and...
Never been to the Midwest.
Neither have I. I just watch movies and stuff and think I know things.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Yeah, that's how I know.
The best kind of person.
That's how I understand basic physics from Ant-Man. I'm just joking. Although that movie did pretty well with like it never made me feel like it was ridiculous as any of the Marvel series is.
Iron Man?
Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man. Yeah, I really liked Ant-Man, mostly because I love Paul Rudd.
Me too. Yeah, I really like how they made the movie around him too. Like they didn't just throw him in a Marvel movie. They made it funny, gave it some like it was more comedy centric than most of the Marvel series.
Well, what I'm wondering is, like, I don't know Ant-Man from the actual comics, but what I do know is Deadpool wasn't written for Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. Mm-hmm. So it's also possible he just really was suited for that character of Ant-Man. I'm sure they added extra comedy because they knew he could handle it.
Could be. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds played him twice.
Yeah, not really. He played him once. The other one wasn't even really Deadpool.
No, the other one was awful. He took the best part of Deadpool and removed it.
Yeah, I do just love how it sounds. They took the Merc with a mouth and they took away his mouth.
Yeah.
It is pretty ridiculous when you put it in those terms.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Next time, Ice.
Baby.
No, that's Under Pressure.
Under pressure.